Hello everyone, Stephanie Teitelman here. Thank you for joining us for our next video. I'm going to talk today about all the foods you need to prepare for your 7-day B3 Wellness Reset Lifestyle Challenge. So first thing you need to do in the morning, wake up after you've fasted for at least 12 hours, between 12 and 16 hours. This is what's going to break your fast. You have your water with your lemon juice. You can do a lot of things here. You can take a lemon, half of a lemon right away. You can squeeze it. I like to use the electronic squeezer. On Sunday, I did a whole bunch at once. I probably did 8 to 10 lemons, and I got a bunch of lemon juice here, and I just poured it in, kept it in the fridge so that I wouldn't have to hassle in the morning. So I just poured it right into my little jar there, kept it in the fridge, and then I just measure 2 tablespoons of lemon juice per morning into 1 mason jar. If you don't have a lemon squeezer, you can just take a lemon, squeeze it in, take 2 tablespoons of that, it's about half a lemon, and don't forget about your pink Himalayan salt. Here's your pink Himalayan salt. I've already pre-portioned it. You take a little pinch, not too much, just sprinkle it in there. You won't taste it at all. Mix it up. Got my mason jar in my little glass straw because I like glass. All right, that was refreshing. Amazing. All right, on to the next. You do your morning routine, you have your coffee, you know how to do that, you just add water. Awesome. So next thing you want to do for your meal prep is spend Sunday, or next time you do this, or whenever you want to make smoothies, spend 1 day portioning out all of your smoothie recipes or all of your smoothies for each day so that you're super quick in the morning. If you don't have time, you just boom, boom, boom. So I'm going to break down how I make the smoothie. If you don't have time to do this, you can make it every morning. It'll take you a little longer, but maybe no more than 2 minutes. So this is my pre-package. I have it in a nice silicone container here because I don't love using plastic. But that being said, I did pre-portion about 7 of these bags in my freezer. So this has everything I'm about to show you. And I made all 3 recipes that I have on the Superpower Foods. So you have 3 recipes, the Blue Lagoon, the Golden Goddess, I believe, and the chocolate raspberry smoothie, my favorite. So you can use cacao for that one. I'm not using it for this one, but check out those recipes. That one is divine. So how do I make a smoothie? Really quick. I have everything portioned out. I have my small 1-person blender. I do have a larger one, but I'm going to make 1 portion this morning. I have 1/2 cup of blueberries, 1/2 cup of raspberries. So that's kind of 1 cup of frozen berries. I have a little bit of cucumber just to give it some water, and my avocado. So this is about 1/4 of an avocado, you know, half of a small avocado. This is your healthy fat in there. You have your pre-portioned greens powder, the Hemp Pro Plus Greens, or whatever you have there. Throw that in, your protein powder. Now, I like to add cinnamon just because it gives it a nice element, so you can add that. You don't have to. Your healthy fat, I've portioned here some hemp hearts. So this is 1 tablespoon of hemp hearts, or whatever you have on hand. Maybe it's almond butter or handful of walnuts. Whatever healthy fat is on that list, you can add it, whatever you have on hand. Now your greens, you want about 1 to 2 handfuls. So I say about 2 cups. Here I have some broccoli sprouts that I picked this morning from my garden. You obviously don't have to have that. You just pick whatever you like. I like sprouts because they're super nutrient dense. There's a lot of nutrients packed in a small little place. I've also got some arugula and some spinach. So I just kind of stuff it in there. So what else do I have? I like to add lemon and lime. You can add lemon and or lime. It just gives it a nice element and kind of breaks up the green taste from the veggies. So I like to add that. I've already pre-portioned little pieces of the lemon without the rind. You can do that. You can just put juice. I really like the rind. I find it gives it a really strong flavor. Just a little piece, lemon and lime. You can do either or neither. And then your liquid. So your liquid, I have 1 cup of water here. Oop, let it go down. 1 cup of water, and there's 1 cup of unsweetened coconut milk. You can use almond milk or whatever milk. Just make sure it's not cashew because cashew is a legume. Remember that. All right, maybe I should have used a bigger blender. Maybe that could have happened. So maybe I'll use my bigger blender. It's kind of in rough shape right now, but I will do that. Let's just transfer it in. So that's it. I'll just rinse this out. So mine were frozen. You can add ice if you want to. It'll give it a little bit more of a thickness to it. So this is my smoothie. This is everything in there. If it's already in a bag, all you have to do is throw it in, add your liquid, and it will be ready to go. So you add the lid, which with me. All right, here we go. So it's going to be loud for a sec. I like to blend it on low just to get everything mixing together, maybe like 10, 15 seconds. So this is super quick. If you have it in these pre-made bags in your freezer ready to go, this should not take you more than 2 minutes from beginning to end. So I got 15 seconds. I'm going to put on high speed. You want to watch that it's all blended. So there's no solid pieces. I forgot to add ginger. I like to put fresh ginger in, but you can do that as well. Or turmeric. Alright, for all intents and purposes, that is perfect. You're going to take your mason jar that you're going to take around with you. Maybe after you've drank your water, use the same one. This should be a perfect amount. Nice. You can add more water. You can do whatever here. This should be your first meal. You can make 2 of them if you want to take them throughout the day. What I've actually done in my package here is I've actually portioned out for 2. So in the morning, I'm going to make 2 portions in my Vitamix so that I almost have 2 jars to take with me. The first one for the morning, I can sip on it throughout the afternoon, have it in the fridge, and that way I'm prepared and I didn't waste any time. So 2 packs in one for one day. That's your smoothie. And then we're going to our puree and our bone broth. So we've already made bone broth. I've showed you how to do it in the last video. I have 1 mason jar worth of bone broth. You can do half and see how it goes for you because it's going to make a lot. This might even be 2 portions. So I have 1 mason jar, which is about 750 mils. I let it cool down a little bit. You don't want it to be too hot in your blender because it can explode on you. So just be very careful with that. Make sure it's sealed tightly. So what veggies do I put in? I've had a lot of questions about what veggies do I put in. I said about 2, 3, maybe 4 vegetables, depending on how chunky they are. You want to have a good 2 cups of vegetables before you put them in. So I've taken this plate right here. I have asparagus. It's just one of my favorite recipes. Asparagus, zucchini, cut up onion, half a little mini sweet potato. I have some dandelion greens from the garden. I have some basil, some sunflower sprouts, some Thai basil, one of my favorite basils from the garden. I have some garlic, ginger, and turmeric. I will chop all of these up, saute them, maybe add the leaves at the end so they don't overcook. So all the harder veggies and the ginger and the garlic, just toss them in a frying pan with some avocado oil or coconut oil. Don't go too high on the heat until they soften. Then you can add the greens in and all the herbs. So what you want to do after that, you will have something that kind of looks like this. It's lost some water, so it's a little more condensed. The flavors are good. I added salt, I added pepper, and that's pretty much it. So I will put this into my bone broth, which is the base for your puree. That's all it is. It's a base for your puree. We won't use that lid. We'll use the proper lid, which is here. Okay, so here we go. Covered lid, make sure it's secure. Sometimes if you do have hot liquids, it's a very good idea to put a hot towel, just in case. And here we go. So again, start on low. Get all the big pieces chunked together or apart. Once you can see that it's breaking apart better, start to add some speed. Because it's not too hot, it will blend a little nicer. So for the sweet potato, I actually kept the peel on. I really like the peel because it's where a lot of really good soluble fiber is, where the resistant starches are. That's really what feeds your gut. So you want, I like to keep them on. You don't have to because you're not really tasting it anyway. You're just getting fiber. All right, here we go. it. So you don't really want to see too many little particles left in there. You want to see it fairly blended. And when that's done, you will have your mason jar empty probably, or if you have another jar, you want to drink it right out of a cup. It's my favorite way to do it. You have pretty much all your veggies pre-digested for you. Your body doesn't have to digest anything. We don't chew these days. We just rush through our food and swallow it whole. So this is our body's chance to just take in everything, be able to absorb. If you want to see, it's like really frothy and beautiful. I don't know if you can see. But because the turmeric I put in there, it's orange and bright. Let's check it out. Ooh, one ingredient I forgot to add. Oops. I really like apple cider vinegar or coconut vinegar. I'll just add a little touch here and a little touch here. I'll blend it again. But I think that the acidity in it really makes it special. So that's never hurt anybody. So yeah, let's give it a taste. Amazing. So you can sip on this throughout the day. You have all the good fats in here. You have your vegetables, all the fiber. It's going to be very filling. You do not have to finish all this. You can sip on it, save the rest for tomorrow's meal. You can make 2 for 2 days. It's up to you. You can kind of prep on Sunday, have everything prepared like this. Apple cider vinegar was very good. Okay, the other thing I did for meal prep Sunday is I had these little sweet potatoes from the farmer's market. You can get them. I just pre-roasted them. I wouldn't recommend eating them every day. Maybe on the day that you work out, you have maybe half of a potato or one of these small little guys. It's a good way to get your carb in if you feel low in energy. I've also pre-chopped a bunch of non-starchy vegetables here so that if I'm hungry, it's already ready to go. I don't have to think about it or go through my cupboards. I have daikon radish here, a little spicy, nice. Cucumber, and we have avocado that you can chop up. I like to make little cucumber chips. You can slice them, mix the avocado together, put some lime, salt, and dip little chips in with the cucumbers. I have little radishes as well. I'm really a big fan of fennel. It's crunchy. You can even do celery, but I really like fennel because it's sweet. It kind of gives you that satisfaction. So having these on hand, if you need them, like I said, eat the snacks when you need them, not just because they're there. I want to taste the smoothie. Perfect. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. That's it for now. Then you just got to clean up. Clean up's the most annoying part. But you have a better idea of how to make the smoothies, the lemon water, easy tip. You can even go to a juice store. They sometimes have lemon water pre-made if you don't have time. Probably 10 or 15 bucks. Cheaper to just buy them and squeeze them. Your smoothies, pre-pack them. So much easier. If not, take an extra minute or two. Put it in your blender. Purees, the base is your broth. You put your vegetables, you saute them. You put your greens in at the end so they don't get too wilty. Blend it up in here, make sure it's not too hot, and enjoy. So if you have any questions, let us know in the Facebook group. Thank you again for tuning in. Again, my name is Stephanie. Welcome to B3 Wellness Transformation, and we hope you enjoyed that video. We'll see you again next time. Remember, be bold, be beautiful, and be you. B3.